Welcome back, Incorrigibles. This is part 2 of the Assault on Krampusnacht one-shot that we're doing for this holiday season. So if you didn't catch last one, go back, have a listen. You're not going to know what's going on. But just a quick recap, the party has found the evil toy factory. They have dispatched some zombie snowmen, some evil elves, found some explosive toys, and then they ventured through into a break room and have benefited from a short rest. So we are picking up just after the short rest has concluded, and we'll get right into it. So you all are still in the break room, just a small room with a little kitchenette and some couches and lazy boys for relaxing for the evil elves. You have already rolled your hit die, I assume, or hit dice, and regained any hit points you could, and if anyone is able to regain spell slots or different traits, that sort of thing, have at her.
All good.
Great. So as I said on the last time, this short rest was not interrupted. You were quite safe in here, actually. And just as a reminder, we are in the far back of the ground floor of the factory. The initial room that you went in was just a massive rectangular room, very high ceilings with the conveyor belts and workbenches and whatnot. And then you've gone through a set of double doors into this much smaller back section of the ground floor that on the right leads into the break room. On the left, there's a set of stairs leading up. And if you were to go past the stairs and not go up them, you see another small door leading into presumably another room, which you haven't explored yet.
Does Amelie have any like adornments she wears or something like trinkety that she displays or anything like that?
Not really. I mean, she has probably like a ruffly shirt, little leather vest, and a skirt that has ruffles, and when she twirls, it flares out.
Okay. So nothing she would have like in her pockets that she would carry, like something non-magical, something mundane.
She has a little, I'm going to say she has a little ivory doll type thing. It's a little carving that looks like a little dog.
Oh, okay.
A little sitting dog, kind of like a Labrador, but she doesn't know what a Labrador is. She just really likes it. It's cute.
Hey, well, Bebop will ask if he could see it.
Sure. And she'll pull it out of her pocket. Here, just don't drop it, okay?
Of course not. And he will take it from you, and he's kind of like waving his hands over it and is talking to it. Amelie, you are the best new friend that I've ever met. So kind and beautiful and very proficient at killing, which I do not condone. And then he kind of waves his hand again and hand it back to you. I've recorded you a little message. Now you can play that whenever you like.
Neat! Thank you! Oh, it's so cool! Thank you!
Except it's only for 6 seconds, so it cuts off about halfway through he was talking, so it's not the whole thing.
He's like, in the middle of the killing sentence where it doesn't say, which I do not condone, cuts him off.
Yes, wherever Bebop goes, he leaves a lot of evidence to the contrary of him being a pacifist.
Exactly.
I'm going to hold it up to my ear and listen to it over and over again.
Which and then cuts off.
I'm also going to go ahead right now and pop off my armor for my defensive field to give myself temporary hit points again, just so I don't have to do it in the middle of combat.
Chloe's going to take out her dagger and cut a little slice across the back of her hand, and she'll go, "There, left hurts."
Chloe.
Oh my goodness.
Is there anything to eat in this break room?
There are, yeah. You can certainly go rummage through the cupboards that Amelie had already went in, and there are more packages of crackers, mostly. There's some like uncooked rice that you probably wouldn't want to eat, but you can certainly have some crackers. Those seem to be edible.
No candy.
No candy.
Okay.
These are evil elves.
These are evil.
So it's
elves.
black licorice.
Oh, yeah, black licorice. Ah, this is such a lame break from what do they eat?
Black licorice is delicious. I love it.
Disgusting.
I think we should go. We're in a bit of a hurry.
Are we there, Turtle?
It's pronounced Tortle.
Turtle, that's what I said.
All right, let's go. Who's leading the way?
I'll walk over to the door, open it back up, swing it back. Okay. Which way?
Okay, so straight in front of you, you see this somewhat narrow room with a staircase on the left side hugging the wall leading up. And if you were to go to the right around that staircase and carry on through this hallway, you see another door leading somewhere.
I'll walk towards that door.
And you open it?
Yeah, is everybody following me?
Yeah, I'm behind you.
I'll follow you.
Yep, I'll go up to the door, look at it first. Does it look like a normal door?
Yeah, it looks very similar to the door that led to the break room.
No signs on it, doesn't say anything.
Nope.
Closet, men's room.
No.
Okay, I'll open it.
So inside this room, it's not very large. It has just one desk, and behind that desk, it sort of looks like an office desk with a chair on the other side of it. There are no seats in front of the desk like you might see in some offices where you'd be able to have guests come in and sit down and speak with the person who's sitting in the chair behind the desk. This is just standing room only if you're not seated at the desk. And on the desk, you see a candle burning, and there's an ashtray with a cigar that's still sort of smoldering a little bit. It's about smoked 2/3 of the way down, and there's some papers strewn about, and the chair is sort of pushed back and off to the right and angled a bit as though, it had someone sitting in it and they got up and shoved it out of the way.
And we don't see any other exits here. They would have had to go out the door we just came in, right?
That's right, yes. You do kind of get the feeling like someone was here not that long ago, but they're no longer here.
I'm gonna poke my head around the door. Oh, a ciggy! And I'll run in and grab it and start smoking it.
Ew.
Ew, wait, is it all spittified on the one
Yes.
end, or is it? Oh yeah, you're
Amelie, those things are gonna wreck your voice, trust me.
It's certainly not appetizing looking, and if you've ever had a cigar before, this would not be described as a quality cigar.
Oh, this is not a very good one.
Yeah,
I keep smoking
Amelie,
it.
you wanna sound like me when you get 65, you keep smoking it.
I keep puffing.
Okay, alright, it's your choice, honey.
I'm gonna blow smoke in your face.
Ooh, that actually does not smell too bad.
I'll go grab one side of the desk and sort of push it over, like throw it over to the side, like I'm moving it out of the way.
Why don't you make me a strength check to see if you are able to do that? It's a fairly sturdy desk. It's solid wood. It's not huge, but
18.
all right. You successfully shove it a ways across the floor.
Anything under the desk? Anything?
No, nothing under the desk. It's pretty plain. There are, as I said, things on top of the desk. If you'd like to take a look at the papers strewn about, feel free.
Well, reading's not really my strong suit. I'm just going to open drawers and see if I see anything interesting.
Bebop will take the papers.
So, Chloe, inside the drawers, there's not much. There's some just general office supplies you might expect. Some pens, paper pad. In one of the far right lower drawer, there are some more loose papers strewn about with just, random scribblings on them. And underneath those papers, you do see a bottle of... It's got about a quarter left in it, and it's labeled Scotch.
So as I'm going through the drawers, I'll be pulling stuff out and go, useless, Useless. Tossing it about the room, and then I'll get to the bottle and go, useful. I know what this does. And pop the cork out, take a swig.
Oh, let me have some.
You got the cigar.
Again, if you've ever had scotch before, this is not high quality scotch. If you look more closely at the bottle, you'll see aged 6 months.
Okay, so I'll drink most of it, and then I'll lay it on the table. Leave about a quarter of it left. Just a little bit of backwash in there. There you go.
Yeah, I don't want any more.
So as far as the papers go, Bebop, these look like some of them are sort of crudely drawn diagrams that look very similar to what you saw being manufactured and assembled out in the previous room where the elves were. These toys that are made to look like harmless toys, but inside have explosives and harmful things, that sort of thing. There's also some scribblings written down that outlines plans to undermine the public, the children, especially the public opinion of Santa Claus, and destroy his image and cause everyone to lose faith in him, and ultimately ruin Christmas for the remainder of time when everyone stops believing in Santa Claus and when all the children stop being good boys and girls to get presents. This would allow Krampus to have free reign to take all of the children.
Psychological warfare.
Exactly. You're not quite sure who wrote this. There are no names written down. It's certainly not signed by the author.
I've found the plans to ruin Christmas. Seems pretty straightforward to me.
I'll read it and be like, yeah, that could potentially work. There's good thinking here.
And that's pretty much all there is in this room. Chloe, you've looked through all the drawers and really, didn't find anything all that impactful.
Okay.
And there's not much on the desk. Basically just what I described. The candle that's still lit, a cigar that's mostly smoked, and these papers.
Well, whose ever office this is must be close.
Look up on the ceiling, sort of press on the walls a little bit to see if there's any kind of secret. I'm not going to be looking too hard, just pushing on things a little bit to see if there's any kind of secret passageway under or above us or something.
You can make an investigation check, I suppose.
That's an 11.
The walls seem solid. There's doesn't seem to be any sections of the wall or the floor that, sounds hollow when you're tapping on it or pushing against it. Doesn't seem to be any secret latches or buttons hidden anywhere. The one other thing that you did find in a drawer, Chloe, is a black book. It at first glance might look like leather, but it isn't. It isn't leather. It's pleather. It's fake. And within it, on the front page, is written bad elves, and then it's got a list. And then if you were to flip forward a couple more pages, the list continues and then stops. And then you have worse elves with some names on it. And then if you flip forward a few more pages, it outlines various different sort of nasty things that one might do to make the elves' lives just a little bit less enjoyable than they probably already are working here. Sort of, they're not the most ingenious things, like almost like poorly thought out pranks, actually. Like putting salt in a sugar shaker and preparing a drink for one of these bad elves as a kind gesture and putting salt in it instead of sugar, that sort of thing. Okay. So whoever has this office doesn't seem to be all that nice to the elves.
No wonder there's no candy in the break room.
What you got there? Let me see. And I'll read the list of pranks. Done that one. Done that one. That's funny. I gotta try that one sometime.
Okay, I'll walk over to the door, go, well, let's, upstairs. And walk over out the door towards the steps. Do we hear anything? Any more racket or anybody moving around, or?
No, it's quiet. You haven't heard anything since you dispatched the last of the evil elves in the main room there.
And the conveyors are no longer functioning, right?
Nope, they've stopped. You successfully broke the motors that were driving them.
Okay, so I'll head up the steps.
So as you walk up the steps, they're kind of creaky and old and worn out. And you get to the top, there's, again, just a simple door that leads to the second floor of this building.
Come on! Open the door up and just swing it open.
Inside, you see a large, again, sort of rectangular room. This room extends quite a ways, but it's not near as big as the main room on the ground floor of this building. And stretching out in front of you, you see basically just a lot of cubicles. The ceiling is covered in flickering fluorescent lights, and you hear a sort of a distorted, not pleasant sounding Christmas music that's echoing through this big, kind of seemingly empty space. You also hear a bit of a faint sound of maniacal giggling coming from somewhere on the opposite side of the room. It's hard to hear, but if you listen and sort of strain, you can hear it. On the opposite side of this large rectangular room, you see a plain wooden door. And if you squint a little bit, you can see a small sign hanging on it. Written on the sign in sort of sloppy, poor penmanship says boss.
We walk up the stairs and I hear the laughter. Papa?
No, Amelie, I think it's Krampus. I think that's his office.
Oh. Yeah, that didn't make sense for my papa to be here.
You have daddy issues too, girl?
No, I love my daddy.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I meant.
I'll go on up and in the room. And did you describe that it looks like cubicles? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it looks almost like a big office space where very low-level employees would work in these cubicles that are pretty small, pretty cramped. It's not a nice-looking atmosphere. I wouldn't want to spend a lot of hours working here. It's kind of musty and stuffy.
Is there a printer that never works?
Probably several, and you're not quite sure which printer your job gets sent to. Regardless of which printer it gets sent to, it's not likely to print.
I'm going to start going through the cubicle drawers looking for alcohol. I pay no mind to anything else except a bottle.
So you just walked up to the closest cubicle?
Yeah, first one.
Could you roll me a perception check, please, Chloe?
That's an 18.
An 18. Very good. You hear faintly, a couple cubicles over, you hear some rustling. And a second or two later, an evil elf pops up just a little ways above the cubicle, a couple cubicles away, and yells at you and hurls I suppose since you passed your check, we'll treat it as just everyone rolling initiative because they didn't successfully stealth. So if everyone wants to give me initiative, we can see if any of you get an opportunity to attack this evil elf before he can get off a sneak attack on you.
Bebop got a 13.
Chloe got a 14.
Amelie got 18.
Pyrrha got a 22.
So all of you have successfully rolled higher initiative than this evil elf. So we can start at the top with Pyrrha. If you'd like to make an attack.
Can I quickly know where I am? Like, I'm obviously at the top of the stairs, and then...
So you got to the top of the stairs, and Chloe walked straight into the left a bit, into the first cubicle. Chloe walked about 10-15 feet into this cubicle, and then 2 cubicles away from that one. So we're talking, 30 to 40 feet.
And I have, clear sight of it.
So because the elf only popped his head up a little bit, it has half cover. Whatever that means. What does that mean?
Plus 5 to AC, I think,
Yeah.
right? Or no,
harder
plus
to hit.
2. The 2 to AC? Or 3/4 cover is 5, I believe.
+2. Okay.
All right, well, I'm gonna go nuts again, and I'm gonna walk up to that cubicle, and I'm actually gonna go around it so that he's not behind cover, and I'm gonna primal savagery his butt. My nails and my teeth are sharp again. Let's take a bite.
You're specifically targeting his butt?
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
Pyrrha's going for some elf butt.
That's a weak point in his armor, so.
Oh, so there's advantage.
So
You
she's
get
like
advantage.
bent over. Give me that booty. And she's like, primal savagery is 18 to hit
That is a hit.
and 14 acid damage to his butt.
Wow.
You have
Good
acid
job.
in your
How are you
mouth?
doing acid damage? Ew.
I'm channeling my primal magic so that my teeth and my nails sharpen.
Does your saliva turn to acid?
Yep, I guess. I don't know. It says it takes 1d10 acid damage. It's a cantrip, too.
So next in initiative would be Amelie.
I will run up my 30 feet, which I guess gets me about halfway there, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast him. First one is an 18 to hit
That's a hit.
for a whole 2 points of damage, and I will shoot off a second beam for a 20 to hit
That's a hit.
for 2 more points of damage.
Chipping away. Next in initiative is Chloe.
I think I'm just going to yank the drawer out of the desk and chuck it over at the elf. First looking to see if there's a bottle in it.
There is not a bottle in this drawer.
Okay, then I'll chuck it as an improvised weapon here. That is a 25 to hit.
That'll do.
5 bludgeoning damage as the drawer sort of hits off the top of the cubicle wall and smacks him.
All right. Very good. He's not happy. He's looking pretty beat up already. Last but not least, Bebop.
Just this one little dude we've seen so far?
Yeah, it's the only elf you've seen.
Okay. Well, I suppose I'll try to knock him out with the old shield. I critically failed.
Oh, no.
I guess Pyrrha would be the closest.
No!
So I conk,
I mean, no!
I conk Pyrrha for 10 bludgeoning damage with my shield as it comes right back to me. Oh, sorry, Pyrrha.
You frickin' pacifist, you!
Well, I didn't kill you, at least. I'm done, I guess.
All right. So the evil elf still has a little bit of fight left in him. He's going to make his first attack, and he's very surprisingly going to throw a present. Actually, no, he wouldn't do that. Pyrrha's right up beside him.
Yeah, I
I
am.
think he would attack Pyrrha.
I was
with a
gonna
melee
remind
attack.
you.
So he's going to grab his oversized candy cane and swing it at Pyrrha. Ooh, that's a 9 to hit.
Misses!
And he has multi-attack, so he's going to swing again. Not deterred.
What'd you say about turds?
This one is an 18 to hit.
Ouch!
I think we should always say ouch every time we do it.
And then a big long pause after.
And that's 4 bludgeoning damage.
'Tis but a scratch.
All right, and top of the order.
Doing more damage than the elves are.
Hey, I just want to eat the candy. Just save me the candy cane.
All right, so Pyrrha, you're up.
Oh, maybe I can eat it now. Primal savagery again. Get my teeth ready. 27 to hit the elf.
That's a crit.
That is a
That-
crit, yeah.
I critically savage this elf's booty.
Critically
Uh-oh.
savage.
And his candy cane. I really want to eat the candy cane.
Roll for damage.
2d10. So it's for sure one roll is maxed, right? So that's 20. 20 plus my other roll was 7, so 27 acid damage.
Okay, that is easily enough to put this elf down. Booty first.
Yeah. Did I destroy the candy cane, or can I still eat it? Like, did my acid
I'm sorry.
dissolve it?
It's gone.
It's like I exercised, like, vomited acid all over these
You're
guys.
gonna have to be more gentle if you want to leave the candy cane intact.
No, not my candy.
Now there's just a sugary, fleshy, melted ass candy cane mess.
Oh, yeah.
And I, like,
Exactly.
poke my head up above the cubicle, and there's, like, acid as my teeth shrink back to normal around my mouth.
So you've made your way into the room a bit, about a third of the way into the room. This elf was in orientation. If you walk through the door at the top of the stairs, would be far right, straight ahead. If you're looking towards the boss's door, and coming from the far left of the boss's door, straight ahead, you hear a very faint whimpering. Kind of. Could you make me a nature check, Pyrrha?
Oh, I'm a druid. Let's go. 16.
All right, that's enough. This sounds like a small canine, almost like a puppy or a small dog whimpering.
Oh, Pyrrha is into that. She'll go investigate. Guys, I hear a puppy.
A puppy? Where?
I don't know, in the other corner.
As you're walking towards the left-hand corner, can you make me a perception check?
18.
You hear again some rustling. This is coming from 2 cubicles away from where you hear the whimpering, so fairly close to this far left corner. And another evil elf's head pops up. Hey, what are you doing in here? You're not supposed to be up here.
You leave me alone or I'll eat you booty first.
All right, so I'm going to roll over your initiative from the last one. And I'll roll initiative for this elf. Okay. So, Pyrrha, you've still got the top, and because you rolled a good perception check, there's no surprise round, so you are free to attack. About 15, 20 feet away from you in the cubicle to your left.
All right, I think you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sprint up to him and primal savagery his butt. Oh, 11. 11 to bite the butt.
That's not enough.
Dang it.
Next in initiative is this elf. So he's going to spin around, very disgruntled that you tried to bite his booty. He's going to whip out his candy cane and make a multi-attack on
Whoa.
Pyrrha.
Oh, more candy, yes!
Didn't know that was this guy that one shot.
I want the booty, but also the candy cane.
So that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
9 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch!
And that's a 12 to hit. Is that enough?
That's a miss.
Next in initiative, Chloe.
So I'm in that first cubicle. About how far away is this new elf?
You would be about, I would say about 45 feet.
Okay, so I think I'll move over to the next cubicle next to me here, sort of stand up on the desk. And the cubicle height, or the typical, like, you know, where if you stand up, your head's above the cubicle wall.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, these cubicles, if anything, are smaller than a typical cubicle. These are elves that are working in here, so...
Okay, so I'm going to stand on top of the desk, sort of see if I can get a good overview of the whole office. Like if I can see any other elves or anything.
You can actually get a pretty good look, and you don't immediately see any. It would be possible for them to be, you know, crouching really, really low behind the wall of a cubicle, and you might miss them. But if there were any that weren't doing a good job of hiding, you would have seen them.
Okay, is there anything on the desk, like a letter opener or anything that looks like it could be
There's a hole punch.
a hole punch? Okay, I'll take that, and I'll chuck it at the elf. Just go, I don't see any more of them, and then I'll wing that right at his little head.
I'll give you a whole lot of punches.
27 to
That's a hit.
So I roll a crit.
Well, that's a crit?
You crit with the hole punch.
That's
I'll do
legit.
it.
Yes.
We'll just do double damage on that. 10 points of damage
quick
with a hole
double.
punch.
Okay, so 10 points of, that'd be bludgeoning, right?
Yes.
Very good. All right. Bebop, you're up.
Hello, little elf. Look, you're here, possibly alone, working late. You're being slowly tortured. We're here to liberate you and the other evil elves. You don't have to fight us anymore. So just come calmly, lay down your sack. If you have any presents that are hurtful, put them away, and we will go speak to your manager. So I'm gonna try to, I guess,
2 rounds later.
yeah, right. I guess persuade him to like stand down.
Go for it. Because he's already been attacked by 2 of your party members, I think you're going to roll at disadvantage, but you can give it a shot.
All right. Well, that is another 1.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It wasn't very effective. I'm not coming with you guys. I just got smoked by this letter opener, and this crazy lady over here tried to bite me on the butt.
I'm sorry, that was a hole punch.
Hole punch. You know what? I'm sick of working in this office, but I ain't going with you guys.
Well, I tried. And that's it. That's all people will
I
do.
just want your candy cane.
Okay, you don't want to move anywhere?
No,
You're good
I'm
where you are?
okay.
All right, Amelie.
I'm going to try and telekinetically shove him closer to me as I run towards him. So you need to make a strength save.
There is an opening to this cubicle that's facing your direction, so it's possible. It's a 13 for the evil elf.
Did not save. He needed a 15. So he moves 5 foot closer to me,
Okay.
and I'm running towards it, and I'm going to take my mace and kind of do a swing around, and then try and bring it down on his head.
Little wind up.
Yeah.
You play softball, Amelie. That's a good wind up.
19 to hit.
That's a hit.
That's a little bit better damage. It's, actually it's not. It's 2 damage, so. I thought I was going to add something to it. It doesn't say I add anything to it, so it's just 2.
All right, we're back at the top with Pyrrha.
All right, how's this elf looking?
Not very hurt.
What?
Well, he's got 2 2s. That's not that
Does
much.
he?
I did a whole
Yeah,
6
true.
damage to
Does
him.
he still have his candy cane?
He does. It is intact.
All right, he's moved a little bit further than me, but I know what worked last time. I'm convinced that eating his booty is the way to kill him. So I'm gonna primal savagery him again.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I missed. Sorry. Just
Is it miss?
just grieving. Yeah, it's a 10. It's a 10, so.
Okay, yep, that's not enough. Not quite enough.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's all I want to do. I don't know. He's not worth wasting a bonus action on.
Evil elf is up. The person who's done the most damage so far is... Oh, if I make a ranged attack with an enemy adjacent to me, does that affect my ability to make a ranged attack? Do I have to make it a disadvantage?
You do, yeah.
I do. Okay.
Which is really annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this elf does have nimble escape, so I can use a bonus action to disengage, which I'm going to do. I'm going to disengage from Amelie, and I'm going to take 5 foot worth of steps away from her, heading, back towards this staircase between these cubicles, and I'm going to reach into my little elf bag, pull out a package, and hurl it towards Chloe. So Chloe, I need I think it's a dex save, isn't it? Yes, a dexterity save, please.
That's a 7.
Okay, so that's a fail. And if you could roll a d6.
2.
All right, so this is a blue package that's hurling your way. And there's a little bit of kind of fog coming off of it as it streaks through the air. It hits you and cracks and breaks, and you take 6 cold damage. And you're dusted a little bit with snow as well.
So the desk sort of shifts. I think I'm standing up on top of it. I try to dodge the blue present as it hits me, and do I get so the snow sort of falls out around me as I'm on top of the desk?
It's almost as though you got hit by a big snowball.
Oh, okay.
Chloe, you're snowing.
All right, so that's it for the evil elf. Chloe, you're up.
Okay, so I'll sort of jump from one cubicle to the next. If I go from, if you see on the map here, the cubicle I'm standing in to the next cubicle over about 10 feet away, will I be jumping over him at that point?
There's an aisle between the cubicle you're in and the cubicle you're trying to jump to. He's in the next aisle after that cubicle.
Okay, so I'm going to jump towards him from one cubicle to the other, trying to jump over onto the other desk. That's the first thing I'm going to do for my movement. Do you want me to?
Maybe dexterity?
All right.
See if you can make the jump and land on the desk in the next one.
Okay. That's an 18.
That is easily a pass. So you have firm footing on these cubicles.
Okay, so I jump over, I land on the other desk, pull open the drawer, and look for another hole punch quickly.
Unfortunately, the previous cubicle was owned by the elf who keeps the single hole punch in this office. There is a stapler here, which
Is it red?
can be thrown. It's less hefty than a hole punch, but you're welcome to throw it.
I think I will pick up the stapler and look at it for a second, and then throw it back down on the floor and continue to look for a hole punch.
Oh, wow.
That's my turn.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Very good. Bebop.
I
you're up.
need to know if the stapler's red.
Yes, it is a red stapler, and in white lighting on it, it says swing line.
Nice.
Okay, Bebop. Bebop can get up to this elf now, so he'll get up to the elf, and I mean, we already established that the elves are food, and Pyrrha is trying to eat, so he's gonna kind of put a shield on his back, and he's gonna try to punch it with his magic armor gauntlet.
I didn't say it tasted good.
With 16 to hit.
I'm trying to dissolve.
That's a hit.
8 thunder damage.
Nice. Good hit. Okay. He felt that, that's for sure.
You can still
Okay,
put
Amelie.
down your presents.
You're not convincing him anymore the more damage you do to him.
I'm going to look at him and just kind of bow in half a little bit and put my hand out and kind of wiggle my fingers at him.
Uh-huh.
And he will be infested with a cloud of mice, fleas, and other parasites.
Oh, that
Oh,
sounds
frick.
nice.
You need to make a con save.
You are good at pranks.
An 18 for a con save.
I believe that makes it.
Yes, he rolled well for that one. I think because of all the pranks that his boss has played on him with, tainted drinks and food and that sort of thing, he's used to nasty things.
Pyrrha's used to taints too.
Eating that booty, am I right? Nothing quite warms my heart like a family-friendly Christmas.
I mean, nothing weird. I mean, the butt cheeks. I'm not. Anyway.
No, we know you meant nothing weird by it. That didn't stop us from making it weird.
I will say I held back on a few things so far, so now the gloves are off.
Well, depending on how well you know the person whose butt you're eating, you might want to wear gloves.
Alright. I need my fingernails for the acid damage. Fingerless
Ass.
gloves!
Gonna put
Fingerless
acid damage?
gloves!
There you
It
go.
comes full circle.
Acid damage. Oh my god.
Just twisting my words tonight.
So nothing happens because he saved, or what? These fleas
Yeah,
and mice
nothing
don't do
happens.
anything? Okay.
The cloud of mice and things just dissipate.
Oh, dang. Okay.
It's just a cantrip.
Just a cantrip. So is Primal Savagery.
Primal Savagery is pretty cool.
I know.
So top of the order, Pyrrha.
You know what Pyrrha's gonna do. And then she goes with her nails and teeth and she runs up to him again. 19 to bite the booty.
That's enough.
17 acid damage. But I really want to protect. Can I protect the candy cane, please?
You can roll a dexterity check to see if you successfully protect the candy cane.
7. Oh no. That was acrobatics. Hold on, sorry.
Acrobatics is fine.
5. Dang it! I melt. No, not the candy cane!
Unfortunately, some acid did splash onto the candy cane. It's not. It didn't ruin it, but it doesn't look quite as nice and shiny as it used to.
If my teeth go back to normal right after the cantrip, I bite the candy cane.
Nothing happens when you bite it.
It doesn't even taste like candy?
No, it's not real candy.
No!
Yeah, they have fake candy canes. They're used just for pummeling other people.
This is a freaking walking cane. What a ripoff. I hate Krampus. Let's get his booty.
This is not a festive and happy elf workshop. The elf is up. He's going to use a bonus action again to disengage and continue running back down the aisle toward the doors at the top of the stairs that you came in at. Gonna put about 5 feet in between himself and Pyrrha, and going to reach into his bag, pull out a gift, and throw it back at Pyrrha. So I'll need a dex save, please.
15.
And a d6.
4.
So you're only going to take half damage, which is good. This is a purple package that's hurling toward you. It's going to explode on your shoulder, just to the right of your chest, and break into a sort of a poof of purple smoke. And you take half of 6, so 3 psychic damage.
What? Ow! My head!
Pyrrha, you're turning violet, Pyrrha. Doesn't work as well if you don't say violet every
Not
time.
quite. No.
And next up is Chloe.
Okay, I'm going to sort of push the cubicle wall aside, sort of run out into the aisleway, and go find that hole punch that I threw earlier on the floor.
Yes, you certainly can. It's only about 10 feet away from you.
Okay, I grab it, I pick it up, and I go, finally! Nobody likes getting punched in the hole! And I throw it. Especially me!
I was wondering what the obsession with the whole punch was.
I mean, Cloaca definitely doesn't want to get punched in the hole.
All right, make an attack
It's
roll.
like getting punched twice.
That's a
That's
27.
another critical hit, I think.
That is another critical hit. That weapon is awesome.
That's incredible.
So that's 10 points of bludgeoning damage. That thing always connects.
Is it a 3-hole or a 4-hole punch?
They make 4-hole punches?
Oh, I thought it was a one-hole.
I thought it was
punch.
a one-hole or
Yeah,
a...
that's
Yeah, it's a one-holer.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
a strip bar thing.
No, it's a 3. That's why it's so hefty. Yeah, it
yeah,
hurts
oh,
when it
okay.
connects. And that is enough to fell this evil elf. Just crumples under the heft of the 3-hole punch.
Do you see the benefit of more than one hole, Chloe?
Not like she had a choice.
Evolutionary benefit my butt.
Wouldn't you, as a turtle, only have one
A
hole?
cloaca?
That's a very sensitive question, Amelie.
Let's Google it. Do turtles have cloacas?
That's a good question, actually.
We've discussed Dragonborn do.
Oh, that's right.
It's true, yeah.
Both sexes of sea turtles have a cloaca.
There you go. Science.
For egg laying, removal of wastes, and, other fun activities.
Hubba hubba. So now that things have settled down a little bit, again you hear this, and now you're all close enough to the far left corner to hear the whimpering again, and it's pretty apparent to everyone that it sounds like a dog or a puppy. It's a pretty soft, small whimper.
Well, yeah, Pyrrha's concerned and a friend of animals, so she goes to investigate the whimpering again. Tries.
So this cubicle is tucked away into the corner of the room, up against the wall that would have the door, with the boss door. This one's tucked off to the side, and you see it looks like the rest of the cubicles, but in the one corner there is a little cage, and inside it is a small little brown, white, and sort of cream-colored dog, whimpering. It looks up at you kind of a bit timidly at first, and then sort of very tentatively wags its tail just a tiny bit.
I give
It looks a bit
him
scared.
lots of scritches.
Are you gonna open the cage?
Yeah, I'm gonna open the cage.
Okay.
I'm gonna pet him.
So you let him out?
I'm gonna, hold him. I'm gonna pet him.
Okay. He begins to polymorph into... No, just kidding. He comes out. Again, he's very timid. He seems like he's maybe not been treated all that well over the years. But as you start to show him some kindness and compassion, he warms up to you pretty quickly. Starts
Good.
wagging his tail a lot more vigorously.
I give him some crackers from the break room I have in my pocket.
Okay, he gobbles them up. He's hungry.
Oh, little buddy, they don't feed you no candy, huh? Me neither. Guys, I found a puppy.
Oh, puppy!
And as this dog gobbles down the cookies and begins to wag its tail even more vigorously, you all start to feel a bit boosted and lighter, just better and more hopeful about the rest of this adventure. So you all benefit from the spell Bless.
Oh,
Wow.
neat. What does that mean again?
Yes, whatever target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
And how long's the duration, though?
I'm going to say the duration is 15 minutes. That's not what the
Wow.
spell is, but
Okay,
I'm-
it's a different bless.
I'm house ruling it.
It's a puppy bless.
Puppy
Yeah.
bless. Well, while scritching and seeing how hungry he is, I'm gonna, my tummy's gonna grumble, and I'm gonna realize I really needed that candy cane and took a lot of damage for it, so I'm going to drink my eggnog.
I'm gonna pull some rations out of my bag and feed it to the puppy.
I rolled 3 on 2d4 plus 2, so it only gives me 5 hit points back. And I'm looking half alive, just for everyone to know. After my 5.
Pyrrha, you're not looking so good.
No, man, I don't feel good. That candy cane was disgusting.
Maybe you should stop biting things.
Not worth it. Yeah, maybe.
Well, you know, Pyrrha, I, as a turtle, am lactose intolerant, so if you would like my eggnog, you're welcome to it.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
It backs up my cloaca like nobody's business. Oh, sorry, not you.
It would actually be the opposite. You start sharding through the rest of the adventure.
Okay, I take it and I chug it down before he can reconsider.
Ah, that's 7 more hit points.
Thanks, Bee-Boob.
You know, finding this puppy reminds me of a story from my childhood in Shelvana. I came across a field, and I heard a whimper like we did in this strange elven office building, and I followed the whimper through a patch of trees, large trees. I'd never
How big were
been
the
there
trees?
before. Well, they were, about 3 shields worth of width of tree.
Those are big trees.
And I followed it, and the whimpering came from one of the trees. And,
The tree was whimpering?
well, if you wait until I finish my story, perhaps you won't have as many questions to ask.
Keep telling the story. Stop. Stop it.
So I began to climb the tree in search of the whimpering, but I'm not very good at climbing trees. So I couldn't find the source of the whimpering, and I went home.
Well, that's a sad story.
And now that whimpering haunts me every time I close my eyes.
What the heck? Okay, we don't got time for this.
I wouldn't think turtles would be very good at climbing trees, though.
They're not good at storytelling either.
Well, that's a little hurtful, Pyrrha.
I enjoy your stories, Beboop.
I have
Alright, are we all prepared
many
to open
more
this boss office?
if you'd like to hear some.
No, not right now. The sign says boss. Are we all ready?
I once
I'm ready.
saw a sign in Shavana which are quite rare because turtles don't like to write their language. It's
Pyrrha's
more
gonna walk
of
up
a
to the boss door and open it
physicality in the way
while he
they
talks.
move.
I'm pulling drawers out looking for alcohol.
While he talks to Amelie and she's not listening, Pyrrha opens the door.
So you open this door, and within is another room, a rectangular-shaped room, which is about a mirror image as far as square footage as the cubicle room that you're just leaving. It's not super well lit. There are some lamps here and there. If you're facing into the room, in the far left corner, you see another desk, a bigger desk than you saw in this little office space downstairs. In front of that desk is a big kind of burlap, shaggy bag that is a little bit tattered and tied at the top with a big rope, but not cinched up tight. And there are some more of these dangerous toys in packages strewn around in front of the bag. You assume that this bag is probably full of those toys. On the far side of the room, you see a massive ornate door that's set into the wall. The door is made of a thick, dark wood and is carved with scenes of large, horned devil carrying a sack and whipping a crying child with a stick. If any of you want to make an intelligence check, you can see if any of you recognize what this may be depicting.
Sure, Bebop will. He's smart. 11.
That's enough. So you recognize this as a depiction of Krampus.
I will inform the party quite slowly.
And over behind the desk, where it's brightest, there's a lamp right on top of this desk. You see this blob of sort of a not appealing colored green creature. The color brings to mind sort of, how someone might look or feel if they had a very upset stomach, just a nauseating green. And you all recognize this character to be the Grinch. And you can presume that was his work office that you investigated downstairs a short while ago. And this is where he comes to spend more time in a more spacious environment, away from everyone, where he is not to be disturbed. He looks up and sees you all, and a big grin spreads over his face that stretches up an unnatural amount up his cheeks, almost to his ears, revealing some poorly tended to teeth behind these greenish lips. He sneers at the party as they enter the room and taps his fingers on his right hand along the desk. Well, who are these unwrapped gifts You come without ribbons, you come without tags, you come without packages, boxes, or bags. If you're here to stop me, you'll feast instead on defeat. Then you can feast on who pudding and rare who roast beast. That's something I just cannot stand in the least. Oh no, I'm speaking in rhyme again. He stands up, shoves his chair back behind himself, and you all can roll initiative.
Oh, I see his smile grew 3 sizes larger when he saw us. Bebop got a 15.
Chloe has a 10.
Amelie has a 8.
21 for Pyrrha.
Top of the initiative is Pyrrha. Before Pyrrha can act, actually, as the Grinch stood up and shoved his chair back behind him and away from him, you see him reach underneath the desk and do something. Hard to say exactly what he did, but seconds after he did that, these shapes begin to appear, growing or standing up from either side of him behind his desk. You couldn't see anything initially. They were down too low for you to see. But on either side, left, right, and him, these what look like toy soldiers, only humanoid size, stand up from where they were crouched down, sort of presumably just sitting on either side of him. So he is flanked now with 2 toy soldiers.
Oh, lovely.
They look unintelligent, sort of like machines.
Pyrrha is going to use her action to wild shape. So I'm going to magically assume the shape of a beast.
A roast beast?
Exactly. I think Pyrrha feels like being a giant goat.
Yes. Take after her old friend Hydratia.
Yeah. So Pyrrha turns into a giant goat and goes, "Ah!" think that's my whole turn.
Do you wanna move anywhere? So this, you're facing. You just entered through the door. Straight in front of you, on the opposite wall, there's this huge ornate door, and then to the left of that is the corner that this desk is in, with the Grinch behind it.
Yeah, I'm gonna like sort of step in front, sort of to protect.
Okay. It's about a 60. Just for reference, it's about 60 feet. You would have to travel to reach the ornate door straight in front of you. So about 60 feet depth of this room, and the width, it's rectangular, so it's more like 100 feet wide from left to right.
Right, and I'm a large beast, so I'm pretty big.
All right, so that's it for Pyrrha. Next in initiative would be Bebop.
Okay. Bebop will move 30 feet closer, which is going to put him, I think, right around that sack of toys. Hello, Mr. Grinch. If you lay down your arms, this fight will be a cinch. I know it's your desire to do us harm, but I have a gift for you. Some fairy fire. And I'll try to fairy fire him, and so it's a 20-foot cube, so it'll hit the Grinch and the soldiers. They all make a dexterity saving throw. DC is 13.
The toy soldier on the right fails. The Grinch fails. The toy soldier on the left fails.
They're all cast in this shimmering light. He's kind of radiating out light for 10 feet. And any attack roll against an infected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see them. Until the spell ends. And I have to maintain concentration on it.
Okay, so it's concentration, and its duration is how long?
1 minute.
Very good. That should help.
That's Bebop.
Okay, so after Bebop is toy soldier number 2 on the right of the Grinch is going to start lumbering towards the closest party member. Which of you came in the
I
farthest? Did. Bebop? Okay. And how far did you come in again?
I moved about right up to the bag of toys.
Okay, so I would say that's within 30 feet. So this toy soldier is going to close the distance, and it's going to try and slam you. It's going to just bring up its right arm right above its head and try and smash it down right on Bebop's shoulder. It's a 15 to hit.
Miss.
So Bebop's shell, shall we say, deflects the blow.
Yes, we will say that it's a shell. Because that is what it is.
The next, he has multi-attack, so his next slam, same thing. He's going to lift up his left arm, and his left arm is actually his dominant arm, so he's a bit more adept with this one. He was just warming up with the right. This is a nat 20.
Well,
unfortunately.
La-di-da.
Not so much damage. 7 damage, bludgeoning damage.
I think I'm going to use my reaction to parry using one of my superiority die, just to reduce the damage.
Sure.
I reduce it by 8, taking 0 damage.
Wow. 0 damage. Very good.
Which I think I still have to make the con check because I technically been hit. I don't know if it's on a hit or if you take damage or what, but I'll go ahead.
I think it's only if you take damage.
So still concentrating on the fairy fire.
Okay. Very good. Next in initiative is Toy Soldier 1. So this is on the party's right, the Grinch's left, if the Grinch is facing you. Gonna do the same thing. Actually, no. This one is... They're not going to double team Bebop. This one's going to head for the rest of the party. So, I'm going to still finish his turn pretty close to Bebop, but he's on a beeline towards the remainder of the party to try and take them out. He's not going to be able to make it there. So, he'll just end his turn sort of halfway between the party and the Grinch. And next in initiative is the Grinch. So, the Grinch is going to move around his left side of this desk, and he's going to move 30 feet and then use his bonus action, which is Grumpy. He can move up to his speed towards any hostile creature he can see as a bonus action. So, 60 feet of movement total is going to get him to the 3 who are lagging behind at the door.
I wouldn't say lagging behind. I would say strategically positioned in the doorway.
Well,
Yeah.
yes. He's going to take advantage of you being all clumped together. He's going to take a big, deep breath in, filling up his lungs, curl his lips back over his disgusting teeth, and exhale toward all of you, putting out this disgusting... It's breath so bad that you can see it come through the air. So this is going to be an area of effect cone. It's a poisonous gas, 15-foot cone, which should be able to get all 3 of you, I think. You'll have to make a con saving throw.
Whew, you really need to go see Hermie. Get him, do something about those teeth.
There's nothing wrong with my teeth. I like them just the way they are.
So I rolled an 8, but I'm going to use my bless to add a d4, which is 3 more. So hopefully an 11 will get it for me.
I get no bonus to con, but fortunately I rolled a 20.
So Amelie passes. Unfortunately, Chloe fails.
I rolled a 13. I'm not feeling confident. I'm gonna add my blessed. So 16, and my blessed is gone.
All right, that's a pass. For those who did not pass, 19 poison damage. For those who did pass, half of that. So that's it for the Grinch. Next up, Chloe.
So I'll step forward and attack with my longsword. That's a 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
It's 19 points slashing damage. And then I'll roll for my second attack with advantage. And that is a 21 to hit.
That is a hit.
That would be 24 additional points damage.
Ouch.
So I slide up, I sort of hold my shield up and swing down at its leg, the Grinch's leg, and then back up at its head as I'm on the backswing. And sort of have a disgusted look on my face because of the bad breath. Oh my god! Who let one go?
Okay. Next up, Amelie.
I want to try and telekinetically shove him 5 feet back.
Okay.
So you need to make a strength save.
That is 16.
He fails. I didn't expect him to fail. 1 second.
He does have a very high strength, but I rolled very poorly.
He gets moved 5 feet. I want to move 5 feet away from me.
Okay. So you're going to push him back towards his desk.
Yep, and then I'm going to run into the opposite corner of the room, opposite from where his desk is. And I'm going to cast Eldritch Chill Touch, just to change things up a bit.
Okay.
I'm going to try and do the Vulcan neck pinch on him. Is there advantage on the Grinch?
Yep.
23 hit him.
That's a hit.
14 necrotic damage to him.
Okay, very good. Top of the order again, Pyrrha.
And he still has a ghostly hand clinging to his neck.
How wide is a goat on the thing? Like, is it only 5 feet?
If you're large, it's a 10 by 10.
Okay, so 10 by 10. Are any of them next to each other so that I could hit 2 at a time if I ram them?
I would say no.
Okay.
The toy soldier that attacked Bebop is adjacent to Bebop on his left-hand side, and then the toy soldier that was charging towards you folks would be on Bebop's right-hand side, so Bebop would be between them.
And I got injured by the breath from the
Yes,
Grinch.
you did.
So I'll target the Grinch. And am I 20 feet away from the Grinch?
No, Emily just pushed it 5 back from the 3 of you.
Okay. Well, I have a speed of 40 feet, so if I were to back up 20 feet or however many I needed to, and then run 20 feet at
You
the
could
Grinch, so kind of like wind it up, give myself a little runway, as long as I move straight toward a target 20 feet and I hit with my ram attack, then the target takes extra damage. Okay, so I rolled a 9, but it's plus 5, so it'd be 14 to hit.
You have advantage, too.
Oh,
14's a miss.
the next number's 7, so.
Okay.
So I like back up, try to ram, and somehow just really whiff.
You
Well,
dodged out of your way.
Yeah, the Grinch pulls back his red cape he's holding and
Yeah, he's got a
maneuvers
red
around
cape,
your bull rush.
wearing a red robe. And I just go, ah! In frustration.
Good try.
Failure.
Bebop is next.
All right, Bebop is just gonna smack this soldier on him. 19 to hit
That is a hit.
and 9 thunder. Pow!
Okay, very good.
And that's it.
So the toy soldier you just hit is going to act next. It's going to attack you again with a multi-attack slam. First is an 8 to hit.
Good try.
Ooh, two 8s to hit. Okay. Whiffs both times. Bebop's shell is just too formidable. Next up is the next toy soldier. It's going to continue thundering towards where the 3 of you were grouped together, which is now just Pyrrha and Chloe and the Grinch. Closing the distance this time, it is going to attack this goat that it has seen charging towards its master. It's going to do a multi-attack slam. First attack is a 15 to hit.
So yeah, no, that hits. Ouch. I mean,
So that is a 12 bludgeoning damage.
I'm no longer a goat.
Uh-oh.
So what does that do? I'm just Pyrrha now?
Yep.
Okay.
Going to continue attacking. That is a 23 to hit.
Yup.
12 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch!
Next up is the Grinch. He is going to use his special action jump. He can jump up to 20 feet towards any enemy and then make a sack smack attack. So he's going to jump towards Amelie in the far corner. And wielding his sack, he's going to try and bop her about the head with his big
Gross.
sack. So he's going to make a melee attack.
No.
That is a 14 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
5 bludgeoning damage.
Does that give me an opportunity attack?
Ouch.
Yeah, okay. I think that's fair. Yeah, go for it.
Still with advantage? Does he have the lights around him?
He's still going.
Ah, darn. That's a 12 to hit.
No, that's not going to cut it.
Ah.
So the next sack attack is a...
The Grinch British because he loves his tea bags.
Yeah, boy.
So this one is a 16 to hit
Yeah, it's...
for 7 bludgeoning damage.
Stop it! Stop it!
That's it for the Grinch. Next up is Chloe.
Okay, so the Grinch jumped over by Amelie 20 feet, you said?
Yeah, so that's over to the left of the room. Basically the opposite corner to the Grinch's desk.
Are the toy soldiers adjacent to me, or are they farther away?
There's one on Pyrrha.
Okay, so is the one on Pyrrha within 5 feet of me, or on the other side of Pyrrha?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, the one that stormed up towards you two while the Grinch was there is within 5 feet of both of you. The other one is still adjacent to Bebop.
So then I won't go after the Grinch. I'm going to stay on the one next to me and go ahead and attack this toy soldier. 23 to hit,
That is a hit.
12 points of damage.
All right, very good.
Second attack, that's a 20 to hit,
Yep.
and 20 points of damage.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm going to, try to take a big hunk out of his side. Hopefully my sword will make purchase into his side, and then I'll sort of twist it so it'll take a big hunk of wood off of him. Is he made of wood?
Yes. Yes, they are.
I'm just going to try to, like I'm chopping a tree down. I'm going to try to chop through his torso with my first attack, pull out, and then sort of go at an angle with my first attack and then a straight through with my second to try to take a big hunk out of his side.
And it works. You send splinters flying. You did some serious damage. Sort of stumbled a little bit after that attack. Amelie, you are next. The Grinch is right up in your face now.
Yeah, I'm going to put my hand out, and you'll see it just is immediately covered with these black smoke. Just writhes around my hand, and I'm going to reach out and touch the Grinch, put my hand on his chest, and I'm casting Vampiric Touch. I'm going to make an attack roll. 25 to hit.
Just barely. Yes, that's a hit.
So he's going to take necrotic damage, 9 points of necrotic damage, and I'm going to suck out some life from him, and I will take back 4 points of health.
Ooh, nasty. The Grinch is not impressed by this in the least. You have termites in your smile. You'll have tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile.
Hey, my teeth are perfect! What are you talking about? And I'm now rubbing my teeth with my other hand.
Top of the order is Pyrrha.
Pyrrha's hurting bad. So she's gonna cure herself a little bit. She's gonna touch herself, and she's gonna heal 9 hit points. Cure wounds at 2nd level.
Very good. Anything else you want to do? Do you want to move?
Can I move without, disengaging? Or opportunity attacks?
Yeah, I think you would take an opportunity attack.
Okay, so
if
I'll
you
just
wanted to
stay.
move.
That's fine.
Okay. Next in the order is Bebop.
Alright, I'm going to use my bonus action to use another superior die to rally. And I'm going to turn over to Amelie and yell at the Grinch. Two can rhyme in this fighting time. You've hurt my friend. While I don't kill, she'll see you to your end. And give Amelie 5 temporary hit points.
Thank you very much.
And then I'll use my action to punch the soldier that I'm on again.
Okay.
Still
Awesome.
with advantage, 23.
That's a hit.
Ooh, max damage for 12 thunder.
Well done. Okay, he didn't like that either. Again, some splinters, little chunks of wood go flying. Stumbles back a half step.
And I'm done.
So the toy soldier that you just thundered is up next. So it's going to stay put and attack its attacker. One fist at a time, up over its head. That's 14 to hit.
It's a miss on me. That's
That's
my
what
AC is 18.
Yeah, this one is a hit. Adjusted 20. And that is 8 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. All right.
That's it for him. Next is the other toy soldier.
Oh, I get an 11 on my concentration saving throw.
Oh, right. Thank you.
So fairy fire's still going.
This toy soldier does not like what it's seeing being done to its master. It's a short distance off, so it's going to... you guys can have an opportunity attack on it as it leaves your adjacency. It's going to start trudging its way over to where the Grinch is with Amelie.
Oh
12. Terrible at opportunity attacks.
That's
Do
not
better.
quite enough.
Do better.
You know, when I cast fairy fire, I was going to make the comment, now we should never miss a single attack because we all
Right,
have
and
advantage.
then
Yeah.
right.
Pyrrha, do you want to make an opportunity attack?
Well, we also have my last 2 opportunity attacks. I rolled a 1 along with my.
And I'm like
Advantage roll.
melee range, right?
So-
Without moving.
Yes.
So let's do a primal savagery.
No, you can't. You can't cast a spell as your opportunity attack. It has to be a melee attack.
So like this whole time I've had my scimitar in my hand, obviously. 20 to hit. Not natural, not crit. 7 slashing.
Very good.
And she killed it.
Right?
This, let me see. You may have, actually.
Timber!
Hacking.
Not quite, but it is hobbling. Like, its joints are barely holding together. It is not very effectively walking. It's still, this is sort of a soulless object that has one goal in mind, but it is looking very hurt. It's going to keep trudging along to join sides with this Grinch here. When it does, it's going to try and make a melee attack on Amelie. 9 to hit with the first one. I'm assuming that's a miss.
To miss.
14 to hit with the second one.
14 hits, and I'm going to hellish rebuke.
Oh,
I'm going to point my finger on the not shadowy hand finger at it, and it's momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. So purple-black flames just erupt around it, and it must make a dex save.
10.
Not enough. Ooh, 3d10. 22 points of damage.
Okay, okay. So that is very effective on this
And
big
I say,
wooden toy soldier.
Ouch! Don't hit me!
Well, it's not going to hit you because it bursts into flames and crumples down onto the ground just before it's able to hit you. That is one toy soldier down. Good job. The Grinch is up next, and he is not looking pleased with how things are going. Blast this Christmas music. It's joyful and triumphant. He's going to do a sack smack.
Sack smack.
Ah, nobody likes those. That's double damage, probably.
Oof. First sack smack is an 8 to hit.
No. I duck out of his way.
The next is a 9. All right.
Managed to duck again.
Yeah. That's it
Very
for
good ball
the
control.
Grinch. Next up is Chloe.
Okay, so the other toy soldier is still next to me, right?
No, it's on me.
Oh, and how far? You're over by Amelie?
I'm over by the sack on the map there.
Oh, okay. So nothing's adjacent to me right now. So I have my choice of going to... I'm going to go for the Grinch.
Okay.
So I have enough movement to get there, I assume.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
As long as you have 30 feet, that should take you there, no problem.
Okay, so I'm gonna run over, sort of slide across the floor and try to jab my sword right into the back of the Grinch.
Okay, go for it.
14 to hit.
That is not quite enough.
So my sword goes in between his arm and his body, and then I slap it over into his torso and try to slide it back out and slice into him.
Was that with advantage?
Yeah, yeah. I got a 14 with both. So 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
All right, so that's 21 points of damage, slashing damage. So I slide my sword back, trying to take out some of that green fur on the way.
Ouch. Okay. Grinch is looking a little bit weary and tired. Still standing, mostly upright, but you've done some significant damage to him. Next up is Amelie again.
I'm going to reach out with my smoke-covered hand and try and suck some more life out of him. 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
14 points of damage, which gives me back 7 more health.
And that is enough. The Grinch, with that, slowly slumps to the ground, letting out a very grating sort of scream. Ah, you really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus, as charming as an eel.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, you suck, but it's very nice things for you to say.
He sort of almost deflates a little bit before your eyes. You wonder if, at first maybe your eyes are playing tricks on you, but on closer inspection, you see that he has, in fact, sort of shrunk a bit, and his skin almost seems sort of like loose or almost like hanging around a smaller body underneath it. And as the Grinch goes down, the one remaining toy soldier also just slouches down to the ground, falls over, lifeless.
I want to pick something up and poke at the Grinch's body with it.
So when you poke, the green skin seems to move a bit, and then you get purchase with your stick to something firmer, seemingly underneath.
We gotta skin this guy or what?
Okay, I'll pull out my dagger and...
If you'd like, you can make investigation check. Anyone who wants to look a bit closer at the Grinch is welcome.
It's a 17.
That is enough. So you can see that there's actually what looks like sort of like a seam or a split in his green skin that goes sort of from just underneath his chin all the way down to his groin. And if you were to look a bit closer, you would see that actually hidden underneath a little flap is a zipper, with the top of the zipper being tucked away up under his chin.
I am so unzipping that.
He's wearing a onesie.
He is in fact wearing a onesie. So as you zip this down, you see that underneath this is a unsightly, unfit sort of a humanoid person who's been wearing this green cloak. It's got a bit of a pot belly and skinny arms and legs. And the cloak seems to almost shimmer a little bit. If anyone would like to, you can make an Arcana check on the cloak.
There's something really weird about this.
Sparkly.
19.
Okay, that is more than enough. You sense that there's something magical about this cloak. It's a bit foreboding, though. You don't have a good feeling about it. It certainly doesn't give you vibes that it's inviting or that you would want to don it. You do know that it has some power that was being taken advantage of, but it makes you a bit weary.
I want to pull it off of him and stick it in my bag. This could be useful later, maybe.
Very good.
Did we win? So the Grinch is dead, so we won right now, right? Christmas is saved?
Well, what's that thing on the wooden door?
What door? What? Where? What? Who?
That big picture there. It's not the Grinch.
Oh. Somebody else we have to go... Oh, fuck. What's the word?
Pacify.
What's
Pacify.
Bebo-
Pacify.
Convert?
friends with?
Pacify?
There's somebody else we have to go pacify?
Well, I guess we should open that large door and see what's on the other side.
I'll walk up to the door.
After you, Chloe.
And is there like big handles on the outside that opens it open in or out?
It's double doors that they're gilded all around. So it's a big wooden, very ornate looking door in stark contrast to, the majority of the rest of this factory you've been through. It's gilded all around the edges, it's gold, and it has two circular, like, knockers. Not knockers, though, they're handles that you would...
Wait,
Yeah,
would
wait,
grab
knockers?
We got sacks, we got knockers, we got everything going on here.
It has two circular rings that you would use as handles to pull the
and they're
doors.
nipple
Cheers.
rings. Okay.
Yes. Here, let me get this Pierce knocker here. Open the door.
So you would pull the doors toward you, and they would open in the center.
Oh yeah, I'll give them both a yank. Just throwing them
Gentle
both
with that.
open.
Knockers and swinging sacks.
That's right.
Christmas has come early this year.
Beyond this door, the first thing you notice is a huge gust of cold wind and snow. A little bit of snow blows in with it into the room you're in, and you see a steep staircase leading upward, and it's a little bit dim and dark, but you can see that it's leading up to somewhere more bright.
Oh, it's nipply. There's stairs. Let's go. I pull my sword out and run up the steps.
Must be the snow globe.
As you run up the steps, you are engulfed by this swirling wind that seems unusual. You've been in wind before. This wind is a bit different. It seems almost supernatural. And do the rest of you follow?
Yep, right
Yep.
behind it.
Yeah.
So as you get to the top, you see in front of you a snowy landscape and three large snowy hills that sort of have cliff faces on each of them. There's a pathway that leads away from the top of these stairs through a snowy landscape. It's not an overly huge area, but big enough. This pathway leads straight and then forks to the left and forks to the right. And to the left and to the right of this pathway are these sort of cliff-faced hills. And then if you were to, not take the fork and just carry on straight, would be the third cliff face and hill atop it.
I was running up the steps, so I think I'd run all the way to where the fork happens and stop and right there and turn around and wait for everybody else. Which way?
Well, Chloe, what does your hand say?
It doesn't say anything.
Your hand talks?
Well, not that I recall. I'll
Well, the
look at
left
both
one
my
hurts,
hands.
so go with the right. The right's always right.
And I'm facing them, so I take my right hand out and go that direction. So I'll actually be going left because I'm backwards.
Before you can really choose one fork or the other, you hear a growing in intensity, a cackle coming from atop the third snowy hill that is between the two forked paths. And you see standing atop it a 10-foot tall beast. Has hooves and kind of goat or horse-like legs that have matted fur from sort of the knees up, and it has this beast has a muscular upper body with arms that are humanoid and a disgusting looking face with rows of jagged teeth, sharp pointy teeth, and a crooked pointy nose, green glowing eyes, big horns that are coming out the top of its head and curving backward. In one hand, holding what looks like a big long whip. And there are shackles on each of its limbs with lengths of chain that are broken, as though it was shackled, but the chains have been broken.
Can any of y'all do the wolf whistle?
What's a wolf whistle?
When you see somebody hot and you go, whoo-hoo. I can't. Yeah, that. He's a cutie.
See, like horns is what you're telling me there.
Oh, yeah.
So I look up at this thing. It looks like the thing that was carved into the door, right?
It resembles it to a T, yes. And its cackle grows louder and louder.
And then I'll look back at everybody and go, so left?
I'm going to wave to Krampus. Hello.
He cackles a bit more and says, ha ha ha, elves? Classic Saint Nick, sending pathetic slaves to do his dirty work.
We're not elves.
Bruce. I'm in the middle of dialogue here. So
You
No,
have
I'm
the
just-
villain monologue there, pirate. Come on.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so apologies. Continue.
That's what he should say, though.
excuse me, I was monologuing. As I was saying, Gruß vom Krampus. That means welcome from Krampus. That's me. You love your dear old Santa Claus. Well, I am the Anti-Claus. Join me, and I will break your bonds. Together we will destroy Christmas for all time. As long as there are wicked children, there will always be a Krampus. And without a St. Nicholas, they'll all be wicked children. Then I can claim every last nasty little one of them, throw them in a sack, and abduct them to the underworld. It's really a lovely place. You should join me. The descriptions don't do it justice.
There's bondage involved?
I don't like children.
Well,
It does sound like a good deal.
that's pretty much what I told that elf. And I thought my argument sounded convincing.
I'm in.
Fools! Ha 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 ha! You fools, no one wants to visit the underworld. Even I would rather stay here in this frozen wasteland.
You're confusing me.
Chloe, go.
As he finishes this
Monologue.
monologue, you can all roll for initiative. It's fighting time.
Ooh, I got 18 this time.
17 for Chloe.
12 for Amelie.
16 for Pyrrha.
Directly in front of you, the paths fork left and right, and between them is this steep, icy, rocky cliff, and atop it stands this 10-foot tall demonic beast.
How high is the
Sexy
cliff?
demonic beast, I might add,
Yes.
from Emily's perspective. And Bebop is first in initiative. The cliff would be about 20 feet, sort of on a diagonal upward to scale it. The face of the cliff is about 10 feet from you, so the distance to Krampus would be in the 40-ish ballpark range.
Okay. I think I'm just going to go ahead and at his feet, I'm going to cast Grease.
I should add, each of these cliffs is sort of pie-shaped, so it's highest where it's closest to the path, and then it slopes away, backwards away from the path, and becomes less and less steep. And so if you wanted to get up on top of one of these cliffs, you could skirt around to either far side of it, and it would be much easier to climb up that way if you wanted to try and get up on one of these cliffs.
I see. Okay.
So Grease.
So Slick Grease covers the ground right at his feet in a 10-foot square, and he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
He is quite dexterous,
Well,
owing to
Phew.
his goat heritage with his legs. So that is a 24.
yeah, he's cool. He's cool. He stays on his feet,
cool.
but he's standing in a pile of grease now.
Okay.
And that's my action.
Ah, So you want to get the party started with a little bit of grease, huh? He reaches down and smears a little bit on each of his arms.
Didn't know you were into that.
Well, my shell works best when properly lubricated.
It's good to know.
And at the end of your turn, he's going to use one of his legendary actions.
I'm a bit of a legend myself back in Shelvana. Perhaps I will take another action too.
So he's going to teleport.
Oh shit.
He's going to teleport from the peak that he's on back towards the peak that was to the left of the stairs as you were coming up and going straight in. So he is now occupying his place on one of the other peaks. It's actually, he's about the same distance from you, actually, because if you're standing right in the fork, you're about equidistant from each of these snowy peaks. So, next up is Chloe.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is reach into my pouch, pull out the jar of eggnog, and down it.
Okay.
I have some more of this espresso too, if you want that.
So that's 7 points healing. Then I am going to use my bonus action for second wind, which will allow me to regain 1d10 plus 6 hit points, which is not a lot, but another 8.
Okay.
That's terrible. Yeah, I rolled a 2. Okay, so those are my actions.
Next in initiative is Pyrrha.
Are there plants?
Not much, but yeah, there's a little bit of shrubbery here and there. This is sort of like a tundra.
Okay. That answers that question. That's fine. Pyrrha's going to cast Scorching Ray at 3rd level. So she gets to use her ranged attack and use 3 rays. It's 21 to hit, though.
Okay. That's a hit.
So my first ray does 7 fire damage. My second ray is 12 to hit.
That's a miss.
Yeah, so then my third ray is 19 to hit.
That's a
And
hit.
that's 8 fire damage. And Pyrrha's gonna yell out,
And since we've no place to go, melt the snow, melt the snow, melt the snow.
hurling fire.
So sorry, you cast that at 3rd level, right? You get a 4th ray.
Ha! That's a critical fail.
This bolt of fire goes careening quite a bit low, hits this steep, icy rock face, and causes some rubble, some stone and big chunks of snow to start sliding down, and it's coming right for the party. So all of you will have to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
14.
Okay, that's a pass.
12.
That is also a pass.
5.
That's a fail.
9.
That's a fail. Okay. So for those who passed, you're able to kind of jump out of the way and you don't take any injury from this stone and snow and stuff that's careening towards you. For those who failed, you take 4 cold damage.
The weather outside is frightful.
And at the end of your turn, he is going to take another legendary action to teleport. He's going to teleport to the remaining snowy peak on top where there's a bit of a plateau. If you were coming up the stairs and heading towards the fork, this would have been on the right. And you did notice when that fire hit him, he did not seem to like it at all. He's a bit singed, his matted hair. He looks very disgruntled. And next in initiative is Amelie.
I'm sorry, honey, but I gotta. I'm going to shoot off 2 Eldritch Blasts at him. My heart's really not in it, though, because I got an 11 for the first one.
That's a miss.
I'll shoot another one.
Because you find him attractive.
And I feel bad for letting the group down the first time, so I try a little harder, and I got a 26 the second time.
That is a
Just a
hit.
little harder.
That's what Amelie said.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh
point of
my
damage.
goodness.
Oh
One
no.
point.
Your
Start
rolls.
thinking with your big head there, Amelie. Come on.
Yes.
Weak little elves. I barely felt that.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Look at your horns. They're tiny.
What? How dare you? I'm gonna pout. I pout and stomp my foot.
Krampus is up. He's going to use his snowball attack. He's going to make some snowballs and put some rocks in them as well. And he's going to throw them at Amelie. He's not the least bit interested in what she's... the tree she's barking up. The first is a 26 to hit.
Rude.
And that is only 6 piercing damage and 7 cold damage.
You know what? I don't think I like you anymore.
Just because you don't like me doesn't mean we can't ruin St. Nick. Join me, it's not too late.
I'm not joining you. You just threw snowballs at me.
Top of the order, Bebop.
Well, Amelie, I think your horns are the perfect size. And I will...
Thank you, Bebop.
I will, I'll just whip my shield at Crampy Cramp, I suppose.
Okay.
18 to hit.
How does a tie work?
A tie hits. That's actually 19, sorry. It's a plus 8. 11 plus 8, so 19 to hit anyways. That's how ties work. I'll just break them. I'll just add to the number.
You know how ties work? I just change the number by 1.
But that's 7 bludgeoning, non-lethally.
Oh, how nice. How cute of you to think that he's anywhere near being killed.
I'm not going to kill you. I'll just hurt you really bad.
Look at you. That's not even a real shell, you blundering dragonborn.
I don't know to whom you refer.
So he's going to stay put at the end of your turn this time around. Next in the initiative is Chloe.
So how far? He's on the hill on the map here, mark 2.
That's right.
And you said up on top of this, you're looking at...
About 40 feet when you take into account the verticality of it.
Okay. I think I'm going to run my full 30, and then I'm going to use my light crossbow, and try to take a pot shot.
If you were to run an entire 30, you'd have to either try and climb this steep, icy, rocky wall, or go left or right of it. Like you're within 30 feet of the base of.
So if I go left or right, will that get me up within 30 feet of him on the next round?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then I'll just do a dash then, and I'll take my full movement.
Yeah.
to
So
get
if
there.
you did 60 feet, you would make it whether you go left or right to where it's sloping down back away from you. You would make it to the section where it's much less of a climb. You know, eventually it slopes down to meet the ground, where you could just,
Yeah,
walk
I
up
want
around.
to be about 30 foot away
Okay. Yeah.
at the end of my dash,
Perfect.
and that's how I will stop there. That's my turn.
All right. Next in initiative is Pyrrha.
I'm going to change into Ape Pyrrha. And then I'm gonna I have 30 feet of movement walking or climbing, so I'll try to get up in his grill.
Trying to scale this cliff is difficult terrain. It would be at disadvantage for any of the party, but a giant ape, I'm going to say, is quite good at climbing. So you can make either a strength or a dexterity check, whichever you prefer, to see if you can scale it. You have the movement to get. How much movement does an ape have?
Can I do athletics since my ape has a +5 to athletics?
Yeah, that works too. So it would be a total of 40 feet to
It's
walk
at 12.
towards or... Okay, that's enough.
So I'm on the edge. I have 30, so I'd be on like the edge. I'd still be 10 feet away from him. But we are both
Okay,
big,
yeah.
so I mean, the space we occupy.
Yeah, basically, he's a little bit back from the edge, so you just make it to the top of the cliff. You're dangerously close to the edge.
And I'm gonna go.
Ooh, ooh, hee, hee, ha.
Look at this big thundering doofus. Go fling your poop somewhere else. I'm not interested. He's going to use one of his legendary actions at the end of your turn. He's going to use his rod attack. So he has this big gnarled rod in his offhand where he doesn't have the whip.
Okay.
And he's going to swing at you with it. It's got a 10-foot reach, so he's going to be able to hit you. Or he's got the range anyway. That's a 27 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 10 bludgeoning damage and 11 cold damage.
Yeah, I'm no longer an ape.
That's brutal. Okay.
Pyrrha's like, no! And I'm stuck up there now, so... Kill me off if you got it, it's fine.
Now you can fling your poop wherever you want.
Right. Right.
So that is it. Next up is Amelie.
You are not nice at all. I don't like you. I think Eldritch Blast is just my best option, so I'm going to do that again.
The 1 point of force damage
17.
was your best option.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're in trouble.
17 hitting.
17 is a miss. Remember, you have your packages.
How
Those are that
far
potent,
can I throw
though.
them? How far away from him am I? I'm still at the fork.
40 feet when you account the fact that he's elevated as well.
Okay. So does a 20 hitting for the Eldritch Blast?
It does.
How about 10? 10 points of force damage. Is that better?
I barely felt it.
For a bonus action, I want to try and just give him a little shove.
Oh, you want to tickle me, huh?
Need to make a strength.
Ooh, nat 1. He is successfully shoved. That would be a 6 adjusted.
So how close is he to the edge of the cliff?
He would be about 10 feet from the edge. If he were to be pushed backward, it just slowly slopes down behind him.
Well, I was going to pull him forward if he was close enough. 'Cause I only move him 5 foot, though.
Okay.
I'll pull him forward. I'll push him forward towards me 5 feet.
What are you doing?
Try to teach you a lesson. Manners.
So that's the end of Amelie's turn. So Pyrrha is directly in front of Krampus.
Yes, I am. Ugh. No.
He's going to make a bite attack on Pyrrha.
Yeesh. Give her a taste of her own medicine.
Right.
Yes. Fiery little thing, I could snuff you out.
He's biting your butt, Pyrrha. He's coming for your butt.
That is a 28 to hit.
Ouch!
My butt.
My booty!
That is 4 piercing damage plus 7 cold damage.
Woof! Can't keep me down.
I'm not a wolf. What do you take me for? That's the end of his turn. And top of the order is Bebop.
I think I'm going to drink my potion of speed. So it gives me the effects of the haste spell. So my speed is doubled. I gain +2 bonus to AC, which makes it 20. Advantage on dexterity saving throws, and I gain an additional action on each of my turns, which I can attack with one weapon attack only, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. So I actioned down the potion. I'm going to use my 60 feet. I'm going to go around and follow Chloe, try to get up on this hill, which I think I can get to the base of the same spot as Chloe got with 60 feet, right?
Yep.
All right. And then with my extra action...
So now you're about 15 feet away from
Okay.
Krampus.
My extra action. I'll just take the dodge action with my extra action.
Chloe, you're up.
I am going to run directly towards Krampus and try to take out one of his hooved legs. So, let's see, that's a 21 to hit.
That is a hit.
So 13 points of slashing damage. And I'll sort of slice along the back and then look up at him. I said, I told you I was in! Too late now! And stab with a 14 to hit, which I assume is not going to do it.
That's a miss.
Okay. And, I'm going to go ahead and use Action Surge to take an additional attack.
Okay.
That's a 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
21 slashing damage.
Ouch.
And I sort of move over around and position myself opposite of Bebop, because he's coming up behind me. So I sort of want to flank around. Stay within 5 feet so there's no opportunity attack, but move around the other side.
Ah, you blasted, confounded idiot. Do you even know what you're doing to Krampus? And he is going to use a legendary action to teleport.
Boo!
So he's going to teleport back to the snowy peak that does not have grease on it.
Although, yeah,
Get out of here. I'm gonna die.
Pyrrha, you're up.
so he's, yeah, I see.
So he just poofed out of existence right in front of you and has now gone across the forking path.
I'm gonna hurl some more fire at him because I saw how good that was. Scorching Ray at level 3, my last 3rd level spell slot, so that's 4 rays. 17 to hit.
That's a miss.
Scorching Ray 2. 17. Scorching Ray 3. 24!
That's a hit.
For 7 fire damage.
And number 4. 10. So Pyrrha's feeling a little bit defeated with that one. And she'll go,
Since there's no place to go.
Ah, stop it. I don't like that. I'm going to snuff you out. Amelie.
I'm going to pull out one of the little elf presents and chuck it at him.
So a d6 to see what type of damage it's going to be, and then I have to make a dex save.
Ah, okay. 3.
Okay, I failed the dex save. And a 3 is poison. Unfortunately, poison is not going to hurt him all that much. In fact, immunity, does that mean I take no damage at all?
mm-hmm.
Oof. He does not seem phased by this.
I'll get you next time.
So it poofs into a ball of a green fog around him, which he just blows away menacingly and chuckles. Next is Krampus. He's going to hurl snowballs. He really did not like what Chloe did to him, so I think he's going to target Chloe with the snowball. So that is a 27 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
6 piercing and 9 cold damage.
Oh, okay. Ow!
And that's all for Krampus.
That hurt.
Next, we are at the top of the initiative with Bebop.
Spyra, you are hurt?
Yes. Yep. Very hurt.
Don't worry, Pyrrha. I'll make sure your flame continues to burn. I'll use my last spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on you. Oh, for 4 hit points to get back.
Thanks, buddy.
And then, frickin' dick, I don't know what to do. I can't really do much from all the way over here. So I'll slide down this hill, I guess, and make my way over to Krampus with the rest of my movement.
So, from peak to peak, it's about 60 feet. But the problem is you have to go down and then up again.
How much movement do I need?
Are you climbing down the slope?
I'm just
or are you going around?
sliding down the slope. I'm not going around.
Okay, so it adds about 10 feet per slope.
Okay. Well, with my double movement, then I'll use my extra action to dash and try to climb up his slope to get to him.
Can you make either a dex or acrobatics check?
Can I make an athletics check?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
14.
That's enough. You make it up.
Hello, Krampus. And that's, I'm out of actions. I can't do anything else. So
You just say hi.
Yes, little dragonborn. What can I do for you?
every time he says it's called Bebop a Dragonborn, he a little tick. Bebop like twitches a little bit.
Great turtling, Bebop!
Krampus is going to use one of his legendary actions, which eats up 2. This is called Snowstorm.
Uh-oh.
So a huge snowstorm is going to fill this snow globe that we're in.
Oh no.
Everybody has to make a DC 15. Sorry. I'm not supposed to tell you what the challenge rating is. Everyone must make a con saving throw.
Ooh, 23.
To pass
19.
for Bebop.
19.
That's a pass.
I saw Chloe's and got excited, but then I realized it was. I have 12.
Okay, that's a fail.
Yeah, I know.
And Amelie,
18.
that's a pass. Okay. So the total damage is 19 cold damage, or half if you passed.
Oof. That hurts.
Ouch!
For those who did not pass, you're blinded until Krampus's next turn.
Well, I'm blinded because I'm making death saves. So.
Oh.
No. So Pyrrha is down.
But before I went down, I went, ouch!
So, Bill, I did use my shield to cover myself. An effect allows you to take half damage on a success. You can use your reaction to take no damage, and that's what I would like to do.
I like that. Why doesn't my shell do that?
You need Shell Master evasion.
Shell masting is something you do in private, Chloe.
Chloe, you're up.
All right. So I'm going to take out and grab randomly out of my sack of 4 presents and grab one of them and chuck it, hopefully 60 feet over to Krampus.
So they have a range of 30 feet.
I can run. Which hill is Krampus on now? 2, 3, or 4? 3. All right. So, I don't really want to leave the hill that I'm on. So, I guess I'll just shoot my crossbow. That'd be a 7 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay. And I think I will. Are the presents wrapped in different color wrapping? Is that how we can tell them apart?
Yeah, you could actually look at them, and from what you've seen so far, I don't think it would be a stretch to say that you've kind of figured out roughly what the different colors do.
Okay, so in the pouch, what do I have from a present perspective? Do I need to roll those?
Yeah, I guess you can roll. If you guys want, you can do that for all of your presents as well, and just write them down, whatever you got. So one is fire, 2 is cold, 3 is poison, 4 is psychic, 5 is force, 6 is radiant.
Oh, wait, I'm dead anyway. What does it matter?
Now as one of us grabs your bag.
Still, it's in your bag.
That's true, actually, yeah. Yeah, you'll revive me, right? Yeah.
Pyro would be up next, so if you want to make a death save, sorry.
That's just a normal D20 roll, people.
Yep.
All right, ready? 18!
Yay!
Next in initiative is Amelie.
I'm going to pull a red present out of my bag and throw it at Krampus.
All right, so I'll make a dex save. That's a fail.
Burn!
And it does 7 fire damage.
Take that, you ugly piece of poo!
Ah, would you little fools cut it out with these flames?
No.
Okay, so Krampus is next. Where are you, Amelie?
I'm still at the fork.
So since Amelie is the closest,
I'm
he's
right
going
on
to...
him.
Oh, right, Bebop. Yes. Krampus is going to make a claw attack against Bebop.
AC's 20.
All right, here we go. So, that is a miss then. Yeah.
I've never felt so fast before in my entire life.
So that's the end of Krampus's turn, unfortunately. Bebop.
Well, you've hurt my new friend, Pyrrha. I'm sure she'll be okay, but I'm going to have to hit you now. So I will, I'll attack action. Okay, well, I'll try to hit him once, see how that goes. Shit, that's a 10. Then I'll use my extra action to attack him again. That's better, that's a 25 with my gauntlet. 7 thunder.
All right, very good.
That's all I got.
At the end of your turn, Krampus is going to use a legendary action to teleport. He's going to teleport to the grease hill. He forgot that there was grease on there.
Ah.
So he's going to need to make a dex save.
It's only DC 13, though.
Yeah, so he passes. He rolls a 16 dex save. So hooven legs keep him upright. And next is Chloe.
So I have a healer's kit. So I will stabilize Pyrrha.
So what does that mean for me that I just saved?
You're stable. You're still at 0 hit points. You're just not making death saves anymore. That's it for me.
And Pyrrha would be next.
So I just do nothing. I can't heal myself or anything because I'm unconscious.
Yeah, somebody has to heal you.
The
Amelie?
ghost of Pyrrha will haunt you, Krampus.
Chloe, I have another speed potion. Do you want it? And I'll hold it up. And then with my other hand, I'm going to throw another red present at Krampus.
I will make a dex save. Ooh, yeah, that's bad. 9. So you successfully hit Krampus for 13 fire damage. Oof.
How'd you like that, big boy?
I thought I told you to stop with the flames. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
Kinda have to, because I don't have any more red ones.
I want you to know that I'm listening to you because I have to, not because I want to.
Ooh, wow, okay. Krampus is looking a bit weary and tired.
And singed?
Very singed. Bebop, top of the order.
Okay. I guess I'll go back down the mountain and chase Krampus again.
The tortoise trying to catch the...
Yeah, so with all actions in, I have 90 feet of movement.
Yeah, that's enough. You will have to make a athletics, dex, acrobatics, whatever check to scale the mountain and not
I
fall.
got a 19 for athletics.
That's enough.
Hello again, Krampus.
All right. You're just going to...
That's all I got. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Perfect. Chloe, you're up.
Well, I'm still on the other mountain. I don't have any additional healing potions. Too far away to throw a present. Alright, I'm just going to shoot my crossbow then. 17 to hit.
That's a miss.
That's all I can do.
Okay, do you want to move?
No, I'm trying to sort of hold this hill.
Haste potion.
Yeah, but where you're down you're down there, you have to throw it to me.
Oh,
I
that'll go
can't
well.
wish it to me. I wish that her haste potion came into my hand.
I mean, you could use your movement to get closer to her if you want. But if you want to stay on that hill, that's fine too.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick where I am.
He's going down that hill. I'm at least got a mage hand. It's fine.
Yeah, we're good. I think that's all I'm going to do.
Very good. Pyrrha would be up next, but she's still incapacitated or unconscious. Amelie.
Well, since I was reminded I have Mage Hand, I think I will cast Mage
Yeah,
Hand
good job, Leland.
and take the Elven Espresso up to Chloe.
Okay, I'll allow it. I am a big fan of Mage Hand, so you could suggest pretty much anything, and I would say yes.
If only Krampus had been nicer to Amelie, the things she could do
I
with
know.
that Mage Hand, I tell you.
Oh my
That's right.
goodness.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And then for a bonus action, I'm going to try and just give him a little shove with my telekinetic push.
Sure.
Strength save.
I'm going to say he's going to roll at disadvantage because he's on grease.
Yes.
Oof, he still rolled pretty well. 23 is his worst.
Yeah, you got that.
I need to know how much healing I get.
Well, it hasn't happened yet.
Healing from what?
I mean, you haven't got any healing.
Oh, I thought you mage handed me the Elven Espresso.
That's a
the
speed
potion
potion.
to Chloe. You're not getting
Oh,
healed.
frick, I thought you were healing. Okay, never mind.
No, unfortunately, that's a speed potion.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yep. I was like, I thought it was
But
eggnog.
now that you reminded me, I
still
do
have
have
the last
Eggnog.
eggnog.
I know, I was about to say, I thought it was the eggnog. Yeah.
Did you? Is that what you meant?
No.
Emily?
I meant I gave the Elven Espresso to Chloe.
Okay.
Okay.
Next turn,
Because I'm
If
willing
I
to retcon
remember.
if you
I
meant
really
to give
thought
the health
you meant
potion
the
instead.
eggnog, but I didn't even realize it wasn't me, so that's my fault for being dead and not paying attention.
Could the Mage Hand take both things?
yeah, can the Mage Hand take both hands? I think.
Both 2 mage hands?
I believe the rule is it can carry something up to 5 pounds.
10 pounds, I believe.
10?
Yep. I think it's
Mage
10.
hand just keeps getting better.
It cannot carry more than 10 pounds.
Oh,
so
dang.
it can carry up to 10 pounds. And I wouldn't think an eggnog and a little espresso would be more than 10 pounds.
I'll allow it.
Is
Espresso,
the
I mean,
movement
you don't need
enough,
much
though?
espresso, right? It would be a small container.
Yeah.
And the eggnog wouldn't be that big. Yeah, that's fine.
It's 2d4
You
plus
just
2.
gave no. You just gave Chloe 2 potions in which she needs to take 2 actions to utilize both of them. So nobody's awake
That's
or
right.
healed yet, but we got some
That's right.
potions moved around the battlefield.
This is so strange. Yeah.
I will say though, if you drown the haste one first, you have an extra action to use the eggnog.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Chugs the eggnog before realizing. Oh, wait.
For, what, haste lasts for like a minute, too, right?
Yeah.
So I'll get an extra
The
attack.
espresso
each-
clouded
each
your
time.
thinking. You chug the eggnog.
Do you want to move, Amelie?
Nope. Well, I would. I think I'm going to back up from the fork a little bit towards the stairs. Just a little bit.
Okay. Very good. Krampus is up. So he stands atop the original snowy peak that he was on, which is now very slick with grease. He's kind of wavering a little bit on his hooven legs. He is going to bite Bebop right in front of him. That's 17 to hit.
That's a miss.
Next up is Bebop.
Aha! Well. It seems I can finally punch you, Krampus. So I'll
Punch him
just
in the nards!
throw a gauntlet, super gauntlet at him. Fudge, that's a miss. That's only 16. Crap, and he's probably going to teleport away again, so I'm going to try to... I'll use my hasty action to try to punch him again. Although this time... Well, my gauntlets, yeah, okay. They count as simple weapons, so I think I can do non-lethal with my gauntlet. So I'm going to try to just knock him out.
Okay.
It's only a 17. Damn it. The shell, my shield would have hit him, but not my gauntlet. Alright, I got nothing. I'm done.
He is going to teleport.
Oh, what a surprise.
So he's going to teleport to the empty peak that
what
him
do
and
you
Bebop just
expect?
were on before.
He's not going to teleport to you.
I was hoping.
Next is Chloe.
So I grab both of the potions. Not knowing which is which, I'm going to drink the first one. So how do you want me to roll?
Well, I mean, they do look quite dissimilar. One is small and
But
has
she's dumb.
caramel.
I don't know any difference.
Drink
So
the little one.
how about I'll roll a d6.
D100, okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is
I
a
said
haste.
drink
4,
the
5,
little-
6. I'm not paying any attention to you.
No, 1 to 4.
1 to
Is
4
haste.
is haste. Okay.
Yeah. 5 and 6 is.
Okay. I rolled a 6.
I'm gonna go.
You imbecile.
I'm gonna go make myself a drink. Chloe.
So I'm gonna
GG's?
start. Here's what I'll do. I pop it open. I start to drink it when I realize this is the eggnog, right? Because I've had the eggnog before, so I'm not that stupid. So then I will go ahead and use my action to pour the eggnog.
So we're going to split the healing. between
Okay.
Both of you.
Well, I didn't drink it. I just smelled it.
You said you drank it.
Oh, I did say I drank it? Okay. That's fine. Okay, we'll split the healing.
It'll still get her up.
Yeah.
3 hit points for Pyrrha.
Oh, 5.
Hey, but wouldn't Chloe just regurgitate it like a bird? I mean, she's
Oh,
Chloe
yeah.
after all. Just spit in Pyrrha's mouth.
I'll
Yeah,
allow
I
it.
like it. Yeah, I think so. I have about half of it down, and I go, oh, this is eggnog.
In my mouth.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have no
yeah.
choice.
Well, you're
No
not
choice. You're
you got baby
unconscious.
birded.
I'm afraid Pyrrha's been baby birded.
What the heck, you guys?
This is a first for me in D&D. After,
This
That
eggnog
eggnog
doesn't
tastes
taste.
a little off.
Yeah, this eggnog don't taste the same. I think it's gone bad. Ugh.
so your eyes open, and the last bit of spittle falls from my mouth.
Chloe, what have you done?
Are you okay?
What have you done, Chloe?
You elves are disgusting. We don't even allow that sort of thing in the underworld.
That's
You
my turn.
twisted freaks.
Okay, so
Pyrrha, you're
Pyrrha
up
is
to 8 then? Total?
up.
Oh, I get his healing, eh? I guess.
Yes, that's why he's spitting it in your mouth.
Disgusting. It's my turn? Okay. I can cast Cure Wounds on myself. I heal another 11 hit points.
Okay, very good.
So I can take like one more hit from Krampus.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
All right. Amelie.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to... So he teleported back closer to me.
He did, yeah. So he's about 30 feet away from you, maybe even a little bit less, even taking into the fact that he's elevated.
So if I wanted to get up to his area, I have 30 foot of movement. I could run up right into his face.
Yeah, if you successfully climb, you would be right up in his face. If you try to go around either to the left or the right where it slopes down and becomes less of cliff face, it would take you more than 30 feet of movement.
Really don't think I want to be up in his face, but let's do it. I'm gonna try and climb.
So a check of your choice, whether it be dexterity or acrobatics or athletics, whatever.
Say 14 get me to the top.
That's enough.
So I'll get up there, and then I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch. So the black smoke envelops my hand again, and I'm going to touch him. And he will take 3d6 of damage. Necrotic. That is 12. 12 damage, and I get 6 health.
Those tiny, pathetic little horns of yours do have a bit of a sharp point on them.
You better believe it.
Okay, top of the order is Bebop again.
Well, Pyrrha, it's good to see you back on your feet. Let's make sure you stay there. And I'll use another superiority die in my bonus action to rally Pyrrha. Give her 3 temporary hit points. That's not a great roll. And then I think I'm going to hold this hill, and let's keep somebody on each of these hills, and I'll just use my
That's what I was
action
thinking.
to dodge.
Thanks.
Very good. Very good. I think you are outsmarting old Saint Krampus. Next is Chloe.
I'm going to down the haste potion. That would be my full action now.
You can still move if you wanted to, right?
Yes. And let's see, he said he's 60 feet, so if I did...
So your movement is doubled, and you have an extra action.
Oh, damn, I knew what's going to happen if I run all the way over there.
Pyrrha's still up there, though.
But Pyrrha's still up there. That's a good point. I am going to haul ass down the one slope and up the other, putting myself next to Krampus.
So I will need a dexterity-based check of your choice.
That's a 13.
That's enough. You make it up to the peak with Krampus on it.
That's all I can do.
Pyrrha, you're up.
Ah, Krampus! You son of a gun!
I'm gonna shoot a firebolt over at him. 23 to hit. Yes. For 3 fire damage.
Ooh, that's bad.
That's on 2d10.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's so bad.
While that was not much damage, he is like looking extremely bad after that. You can see him like blinking, trying to keep his eyes open. He's looking weak. His legs are trembling a bit to hold him up. He's in bad shape. And Amelie.
But the fire is so delightful.
I'm just going to caress him again with my Vampiric Touch.
Wow.
That's 27 to hit. Ooh. 1 off from a crit.
Yeah, girl.
13 points of damage.
13 is enough.
Yay!
2 would have done it.
Take that!
That was non-lethal, right?
We pacify... What's the word?
Yeah, I pacified the heck out of him.
Chloe's just sitting there shaking.
Too much espresso?
I wanted to... I can't...
As he goes down, he sort of just starts to crumble and fall apart right in front of your eyes and turns into a pile of moldy dirt.
Ew.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
As that happens, the ground underneath you starts to move a little bit, starts to rumble. You feel a bit of a vibration. It starts to become more and more and more noticeable. You hear things starting to shift and crack a little bit. The stones are starting to shift. A little bit of snow is tumbling down these cliff faces. You look up, and the snowstorm that was in here and the wind that was blowing around sort of gradually starts to just fade away, and everything falls to the ground. You see you're inside the snow globe. A tiny little crack forms right in the top. It starts to just zigzag its way all the way down, and it starts to grow and crack in different directions. This factory is starting to crumble underneath your feet.
I think we need to get out of here.
Let's go.
I run hastily down the steps.
Don't forget the puppy on the way out.
I'll get him.
So, if you are all willing to run at your full speed, you should have time to make it out before the factory
No,
comes.
I think I'll skip for a little bit.
Okay, well, unfortunately, Amelie did not quite make it out with the rest of the party.
She found refuge in Beep-Boop's shell.
You should be able to find your way down the way that you came. It's not that complicated of a building. And you're able to run out and certainly are able to scoop up the little puppy on your way out. And as you get out, I assume you would put a little bit of distance between yourselves and the factory. It all comes crashing down inwards on itself, sort of implodes. The snow globe cracking and shattering into thousands of little pieces and falling in on itself. And all is calm. It's very calm outside, actually. It's just a nice, pleasant, pretty mild, wintry day. There's a little bit of snow falling here and there. It's not windy. The temperature's a bit chilly, but not bad. And you have successfully thwarted the Grinch and Krampus's plans.
Yay! Christmas is saved!
Who do we fight next?
And I got a hole punch!
You do see, sticking out from the rubble, Krampus's staff. It's this gnarled wooden staff, and atop it is a skull that has two horns bending backward. It sort of resembles Krampus's horns. And if you would like, you can go get it, or attempt to go get it.
I think I would walk over and try and pick it up.
Sure. Okay, you're able to, as long as you're careful in the rubble, not to twist your ankle. You can pick it up.
Seems like a trap.
Yeah, before I touch it, I want to do an Arcana check on it.
Sure. Roll for Arcana.
It's a 16.
That is enough to know that it is a magical staff. And it also gives you a very foreboding feeling, as though perhaps it might be cursed.
Instead of picking it up, I want to grab a big piece of rubble and try and throw it at it to try and break it.
Okay, sure. Why don't you make an attack roll?
8.
That's enough. It's an inanimate object. So you hit it, but it is not destroyed.
What are we gonna do about it? I don't think any of us should touch this. What should we
I think
do
it might
about We
taste
can't
like
leave it
candy.
here.
Let me try to take a bite.
No, I don't.
No, but I have acid
touch it.
bites. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, taste
and I'll
it. It can't
gonna
be bad.
Step back from it.
Okay, I'm gonna do primal savagery on the cane.
It's a 20.
Okay.
And I do 19 acid damage to it. Does that break it?
That does seem to do a bit. It's not destroyed, but it's definitely looks worn down. However, it still appears magical.
I think maybe we take this back to Santa and let him deal with it. But don't touch it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you get the feeling that you're probably not going to be able to destroy it with the resources you have available to you.
It's not as good as the elf's butts. But you know what? Santa can handle
Nothing ever is.
Santa can handle it. And, I mean, I trust Santa. He gave me exactly what I wanted for Christmas. I wanted a puppy dog. I just so happy I got a puppy dog.
The little dog seems to be very happy that you have rescued it from its awful life that it was living in there. And you hear a bit of a jingle up high in the sky off in the distance. If you look towards where you hear that, you see the reindeer and the sleigh returning from far off over the forest, making its way zigzagging down through the clouds toward you. They land and come to a stop just at your feet, and Dasher gives a neigh and paws the ground a little bit. Looks to be happy.
Are we supposed to...
I want to pet his
Are we
nose.
supposed to get on the sleigh or what?
Dancer and Prancer nod their heads and snort.
Come here,
and
Snookums.
whinny.
Let's get on the sleigh, honey.
And I pick up the dock and I go to the sleigh.
And
I'm
I get
gonna-
on the sleigh.
Use some kind of cloth or something to grab the rod so I'm not touching it. So we can take it with us, and then I'll get on the sleigh.
It doesn't seem to cause any ill effect to you. And they start to gallop away, picking up speed, until they eventually lift off and bring you back, you assume, towards where Saint Nick is living.
As we're flying in the sleigh, Bebop says, "Well, Krampus ignored Amelie's advancements. Said that her horns needed some enhancements. The Grinch can unzip. It's been quite a trip. We've seen evil elves that were quite crass. Pyrrha was eating some ass, which was a bit gory, but in the end, I think this will make another good story."
Yay! And I boop you on the nose.
Aw, bee-boo.
Bravo. The crowd goes wild.
Well done.
Good job, everyone.
Huzzah! We survived!